Everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Princess Shyngel has done it again. Right now, this particular actress has denounced her own country and asked her fellow countrymen to stay away from her. This is the latest that is actually happening. And she's 30 years old and she's originally from Gambia, although she act movies both in Gambia and more movies in Nigeria. That's the Nollywood industry. That is where most people got to know her, and that is what brought her more to limelight, that a lot of people got to know that she is not even a Nigerian, she's a Gambian, but she acts Nollywood movies a lot, and we all know that she is a very good actress and very good at what she does. She actually took to her Instagram to call Gambia that is the worst country in history, and she called the people of Gambia the worst people. So you can imagine, for someone to go to this extent, probably she's been hurt so bad that she couldn't bear it anymore, and she had to denounce her own home country. I wondered what that means to her and her own people. And she has family there. So now what happens to her family who are still Gambians and they reside in Gambia? She said that she never wants to have anything to do with the country and asks Gambians to unfollow her. This is very, very serious. And going to this extent, do you think that this is the right step or it's the best solution for her with whatever has actually happened? And these were her exact words. She even had something to say. I don't ever want to associate with anything that has to do with Gambia. Adding, I am not Gambian. I have nothing to do with Gambia. I don't ever want to associate with anything that has to do with them. If you're Gambia, please unfollow me right now. These are her exact words, which she had to pen down. She said everyone should stay away from her that is from Gambia, that this is the worst country and the worst people in history. And this comes 1 week after she revealed on Instagram that her weeks old marriage to her best friend crashed shortly after the married. And if you could recall last week, that was the trending story with regards to her and her newly wedded husband, which lasted for just 8 weeks. And in that 8 weeks, just 1 week within that same 8 week, everything had already come to an end. So it was like they stayed for 8 weeks, but it was just within 1 week, and everyone had to go his or her own separate ways. Right now, she's denouncing her own home country. So who knows which country she would now decide to go, or which country she would now want to seek for citizenship, where she would have to be based permanently. But to denounce your own home country and claiming you're no longer part of it, which means you're no longer a citizen of that country, because that is what it means. Once you denounce your own home country, it automatically means you don't want to have any ties with that country anymore, and you are not a citizen of that country. And on the other hand, she now has to go and claim citizen of another country or apply for citizenship of whichever country she has on mind or she intends to do, which she didn't mention here and now. And after the whole marriage incident that happened, she had gone down to the United States. So no one knows if that is where she now wants to apply for her citizenship and stay there permanently, or a different country best known to her. But denouncing your own home country and saying you don't want to have anything to do with anybody there. What about her own family? What about other relatives? If one or two persons have done something wrong to her, would she now include every other person? There's another thing again. There are possibilities that she would definitely need something or someone from her own home country. Because even if you go now to apply for citizenship, they would still request for documents of your own previous home country. And so now she's denouncing Gambia. Would she still present the certificates or the evidence that she is a citizen of Gambia? How is she going to go about it? Is she going to destroy her passport? Because you can't go into another country without your own home country passport. One, that is the first thing. Secondly, when you're applying for citizenship of a different country entirely, which you are not originally born from that country, you are mandated to provide documents that prove you are a citizen of a country where you come from before they can approve any application. No application can be approved without you showing proof of your original home country, birth country where you were given birth to. And then when it comes to that situation, now that she has denounced her own home country, what is she going to present? Already she flew down to the United States. She used her Gambian passport. And then if she's now going to apply for wherever she wants to stay permanently and become a citizen, she has to still provide her Gambian documents. So she can't just say she is denouncing her own home country citizenship. What I know that some people do is they denounce citizenship of a different country entirely. Probably in some cases, they do that just to evade taxes and all of that. And so they would now denounce a citizenship of a particular country where they are, and they would now move on either to their own home country and all of that. But you denouncing your own home country, it's rare for people to do that because this is a place of birth for you. And secondly, you still have family members. That is even most important. And she is now saying how is even worse that people just denounce citizenship. They don't like make it public in the sense that even the people involved in the country or members of that country, they don't want to have anything to do with them. They don't go to that extent. But she has gone to that extent that anybody that knows or identify himself or herself as a Gambian person, she is no longer having any communication or anything to do with that person. So does she have friends in the country? Let's put her family aside because that is family bond that I know it's difficult to really put your family aside completely. No matter how much you try to do that, that bond will still come back together. Is she trying to say nobody in that country can identify himself or herself as her friend or as someone that she can say she would communicate with? Denouncing her own home country and even saying everybody that has to do with Gambia or from Gambia should not come anywhere near her anymore. The world is a merry-go-round. It's just like a circle. Just as the earth is spherical and it keeps rotating, that is how we as human beings, you come out from a particular place, you circle round. Unknown to you, you're circling round. Nobody even anticipates or knows that they're actually circling round. And you will still come back to find yourself in that same point where you started from. She is denouncing her own home country and every other person. The world is a very, very small place. One day she may need something from her own home country that she can't do without, and it has to be from her own home country. And if she's denouncing the home country and denouncing everybody, then when it gets to that time, how is she going to handle it? And worse, anything on the internet. That is why I would always say something. People should be very careful when they come out online to say things, make pronouncements. It flies very fast, just like the bird would fly away from 1 mile to different mile long distances, just like the feathers that would fly away and you can't even see these feathers anymore. You wouldn't even know the destinations of the feathers. This is how words that you put out there on the internet fly to different places, because the internet is a worldwide exposure where different people come in and out. It's like the marketplace where in a market, even if it's on a Sunday, you would definitely see people go to the market. There is no day that people don't go into the market or to the shopping mall or to the stores to get something, because these are vital things that everybody needs. And that is just how the internet is. Everybody troops in and out of the internet because there are a whole lot of things that the internet has done or has got to offer, that people will go in there to search, to do a whole lot of things. Then you now go out there to make pronouncements. Certain things you keep it to yourself so that it won't be held against you tomorrow. If now her country has now decided to take this seriously and they have now accepted what she has said, and then if she needs their help or needs something from there and she goes back, how does she think that the country would respond back to her? Although she still remains a citizen of that country irrespective of anything, except she decides to destroy all documents that ties her to the country and she doesn't want to have anything linking with them. Only her own family members can come and identify her as their own child or their own member. On the other hand, if you don't have any proof to identify yourself, even when she's going back to her own home country, she still has to show her own home country passport to prove that she is a citizen of that country. When people say things, I think they should weigh their words, weigh their own options too, A and B together. What if and what if? These are the things people should always put into consideration. Because if she now decides, all right, let me quickly troop into my country to get this, it's urgent. Has she thought of what the reaction would be? Either the government official or those in that particular position, how will they respond to her? Will they respond to her as a citizen of the country, or will they respond to her as an outsider and treat her like they would treat others that are not citizen? You know, it's different when you're a citizen of a country. The treatment you'll get to be different from when you're not a citizen of that particular country. So I'm sure this would really affect her in a lot of ways, but she wouldn't know for now. You know, sometimes when people are upset, you make decisions, you take drastic decisions, you say things, you make utterances that are very heavy, and at the end of the day, at the time you don't even expect, those utterances may come back haunting you. Internet is not like your bedroom, it's not like your living room where you could sit down and say something and it ends there. It flies like wildfire, it spreads very fast. But I don't know why people just find this comfort in coming out online to say things about their personal life or about their personal decisions, or to make certain utterances about themselves or about people. Is the internet so comfortable to that point for people to make any kind of comment or say anything? It is another scary place because some people have said and done things that they wish they never did because they can't withdraw it back. Once it's out there, it's out there. On the internet, no, no, no. You can't delete it. You can't even erase it because different people have gotten hold of this information or this utterances you have made or the video you've posted, and it sticks there forever. Once you just go to Google, you know this thing, Google? Oh, it's a very big search machine. Once you just type in, everything will just pop up. So long as it's been registered online and you have come out there, it sticks there forever. It sticks there forever. Watch utterances. Please, people should not take the internet as a comfortable platform or a comfortable zone for them to just come out and make their utterances and feel very comfortable in that place. It's not a place where people should just come and say things that you know ordinarily are things that may come back haunting you. But for now, I think she's very comfortable saying it. I'm sure she has not thought of consequences, or she has not weighed options and put one and two together. Coming out to say this thing, I don't think it's nice, owing to the fact that it's not everybody in the country that has offended you. It's not everybody in the country that has thrown shades at you. It's not everybody in the country that has done one horrible thing or the other. So why generalize everybody? If you want to keep distance with people that have hurt you, it's a different situation. But coming out to say everybody, anybody that knows he or she is from Gambia, do not associate and even unfollow her. I think she went too far with regards to her statement. I don't think you should generalize people in issues that has affected you, because it's not everybody that has either done you wrong or has done something that has hurt you so bad that you decide you don't want to have anything to do with them again. People would always have different things to say. Again, what must have led to her taking this kind of a decision? Who knows? For her to say like this, probably something has hurt her so bad, but I think this was too much. She has really gone too far. This is your own home country, and what about your members of your own family? This is the major question. Your own family, relatives, and all of the people. What happens to them? This is a decision that wouldn't last so long, because you would definitely go back home someday, no matter where you're running to. There is no place like home. That word is real. It's not just a fun word. People have run away from their country and stayed in a different country for years. But definitely someday, somehow, they still find themselves going back to that country that they had not gone, or they had left or abandoned for 10, 20 years ago. It's just bound to happen. But her is even so bad because of the utterances she has made. And let's take, for instance, she's in a difficult situation, and the only person around her, even in the country, things can happen, coincidence can happen. And the only person by her side to assist her is a Gambian. What is she going to do? Will she boycott that person and then go around looking for somebody, maybe when her life is at stake, or something that has to do with a matter of life and death, and the person next to her is a Gambian? What is she going to do? Will she now ask the person to help her, or will she ask the person to forgive her for her utterances and assist her, or should she walk away and go and look for somebody else? These are things people should also think about. Coincidence can happen when you don't even expect it. And then if it's only those Gambians that are around you, even in whatever country you are, and if they have heard things like this you said, who will be willing to assist her? She tends to forget that you will always need people one way or the other. You can never be an island. No matter what it is, you would definitely somehow need one or two persons around you for something. And if she goes about things this way, she will just end up creating unnecessary enmity and distance for herself with her own people. There is this thing about where people come from. No matter what it is, these are the same people that would still stand by you. In a country where you are not originally born, or you are not a citizen from birth, they wouldn't treat you the way you'll be treated from your own home country. They wouldn't give you the requirements you may require under certain situations. There are certain situations that it's only your own people that would understand and know how to go about things or stand by you. This is a very heavy word that this lady has made, but she doesn't know that, or she has not realized it, because maybe she's upset over something, or she's hurting at the moment, and she decided to say these things. Probably when she has calmed down, or when her head is cleared with whatever has been upsetting her, she may tend to realize that this is not an utterance she should have made, even coming online to openly say something like this. I'm sure her people must have supported her. Her home country must have supported her one way or the other, even in her acting career and all of that. And like this, within a twinkle of an eye, she's quick to forget that. I know people can be hurtful. And again, when you are a public figure, you should expect a lot of things. You should expect a lot of shades, a lot of insult, a lot of hurtful words. You should expect that. You should not expect everybody to love you, everybody to appreciate you, everybody to accept everything you say or do. It is never possible. You would definitely see people that would disagree with you and people that are not willing to stand by you. But at the same time, you still have some people that are there that love you and that are always standing by you no matter what it is. To make this utterance, I don't think this lady sat down to weigh her options, weigh the consequences before she said this. Guys, what do you all think about this? She has come out, Princess Shyngel has come out right now to denounce her own home country of birth. Not just that, she didn't end there. She's even saying everybody, so long as you have that identity as a Gambian, she doesn't want to have anything to do with you. And even if you're her follower, you should unfollow her. Should that be the right word to even tell your followers or people that love you or people that have been there to support you and all of that? She tends to forget that most or some of these actors and actors that made achievements, their people, their own home country people had supported them a whole lot in different ways. And then when they've gotten to that top, you're tending to forget what contributions these people have done for you. And that is exactly what she is actually doing right now. She tends to forget all the support and all the contribution that her own home country has made with regards to her career and her own life. Some of them may now start saying, or she may now start saying, and nobody contributed or nobody supported. You know, when you are upset, you tend to say things that are not right in the ears and even out there. Well, we hope that she would get to sit down and have a rethink with her words. Either she would now go back to rephrase her statement however she deems it right. She may make this statement out of anger and decide that this was a wrong statement she made and decide to go back to correct her statement. Best known to her anyways, but taking this kind of a drastic decision, it's her own choice. However it turns out to be for her. She has decided what she has decided. Friends, please, if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. Please do not forget to hit on the like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.